Alright, earlier. So today we're going to talk about Soucouyant, a classic Caribbean tale that has been passed down from generations. If you're not familiar with the story, sit back, relax, and let me tell you more about it. Now, Soucouyant is a creature that's believed to exist in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as other parts of the Caribbean. It's a vampire-like figure that appears as an old lady.
Shamed me.
But she only takes this form as an old lady during the day. At night, she sheds her skin and flies around as a ball of fire, sucking the blood of her victims. The origins of Soucouyant can be tracked back to West Africa, where the concept of shape-shifting witches and vampires are common. When African slaves were brought to the Caribbean, they brought these beliefs with them. And over time, they merged with other cultural beliefs to form the Soucouyant we know today. One of the most interesting aspects of the Soucouyant story is the lore behind it. For example, it's believed that the Soucouyant must shed its skin in order to fly. But if you find the skin and sprinkle salt on it, the Soucouyant will be unable to put it back on, rendering her powerless. Another fascinating aspect of the Soucouyant story is the role it plays in Trinidadian culture. The tale is often used as a cautionary tale, warning children to be aware of strangers and to be wary of strangers and to always be on the lookout for danger. It's also a way for Trinidadians to connect with their African roots and celebrate their unique cultural heritage. But what makes Soucouyant truly special is the way it captures the imagination and sparks our sense of wonder. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, there's something undeniably thrilling about the idea of a creature that sheds its skin and flies around as a ball of fire. It's also worth noting that Soucouyant has been adapted into many other art forms, including literature and film. In fact, the book Soucouyant by Trinidadian author David Chadandi is a powerful exploration of the themes and symbolism behind the story. So what can be learned from Soucouyant? Well, for one, we can learn to appreciate the rich cultural heritage of the Caribbean and the many fascinating tales and legends that come from this region. We can also learn to be more open-minded and accepting of different beliefs and traditions. But most importantly, Soucouyant teaches us to embrace our sense of wonder and imagination. Whether you're reading a classic folklore or exploring the mysteries of the world around us, there's always something new to discover and learn from. So there we have it, a quick rundown of the Soucouyant tale and the fantastic lore behind it. Whether you're Trinidadian or simply someone who just loves a spooky story, Soucouyant is a classic tale that is sure to capture the imagination and leave you feeling inspired.
My father told me, he was talking. He said in Miaro, get a girl around about 16 to 17, 18 years between them. And so happened that they get to hold the Soucouyant. My father said they put that Soucouyant in a barrel and take nail and nail up the whole barrel and bring it to Princess Town. In the hospital, they had a mortuary there. And people went and see that day. Father said he went and see that. She couldn't put back her skin on her body again. She remained just like that and she died.
There's a man who told me a story which I found was very useful about catching a Soucouyant on a cistern in Mayaro. And I said to myself, but this man was a schoolmaster. I mean, how ridiculous can you get?
So even when you become sophisticated and all those things, there's a kind of lurking control factor and a kind of a fear, a primal fear that comes up for these stories that lurked in your life from so long. If the Soucouyant came into your house, you turn your broom upside down. She couldn't leave. And also, if you really wanted to get her in trouble, try to get Sunrise to catch her out from her skin. So you would put endless rice on the step before she could leave.
I saw this thing flying across, straight across. This big ball of fire. Well, when I meet the neighbors in the morning and I ask them, well, they saw the fire? The neighbor say, yes, she saw a Soucouyant going across there. I say, oh, that is a Soucouyant. Say, yes.
To believe it, right? But this is a video proof I have of one. This is not no lantern, no star, not no drone or whatever they might think it is. I live in countryside and I see in this shit long time since I small, so it's nothing new to me. But yeah, for those who don't know what Soucouyant is, a Soucouyant is a shape-shifting character who appears as a old woman by day. By night, she strips off her wrinkled skin and puts in a mortar. In her form as a fireball, she flies across the dark sky in search of a victim.
Iron fireworks, I never see fireworks.
Hey, thank you for rocking out us for the past few weeks. There's something that I always wanted to do, like just spread, little stories about the Caribbean and things like that. So thank you for rocking with me. Hopefully you hear my voice a lot more. I appreciate it.